Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Primavera Project Planner 7th tutorial. I am Engineer Muhammad Qasim Shinwari to guide you in this tutorial. Topics that will be covered in this tutorial are relationship. That is, what is relationship? How can you make a relationship and how to modify it? In the next part of the video tutorial, I will guide you about adjusting schedule to meet target complete date. Relationships. Relationships can be defined as any short connection between two activities. There are many kinds of relationships. For example, first is start to start, that is generally known as SS relationship. In this relationship, the predecessor and successor both starts at a single time, both starts simultaneously. Second relationship is finish to start, that is when predecessor will end, then successor will start. It is denoted by FS. Third is finish to finish. It means that both predecessor and successor will end simultaneously. And last is start to finish, which means that when predecessor will start, the successor will end. So now let's make these relationships and let's modify them. One more thing here we will do is constraints. What is constraints? Constraints is actually a restriction imposed on activity in form of early or late start dates. For example, we cannot start a specific task before a specific date. Then we have to apply a constraint. How we will do this, so you will learn in this tutorial. Okay, now first of all, let me to schedule the project so you can know what is the end date of the project. Calculated end date is 19th May 2011. We have to do some activities start simultaneously so that this date can be attained. So let's do this. You can observe that the activity C0051, which is selection of construction contractor, and C0061, which is sourcing for portion of bulk material, both of these can be started simultaneously. So click on the selection of construction, right click, go to activity detail, and there click on successors. Okay, here you can see that the relation is FS, that is finish to start. So let me change it into start to start. Now C0051 and C0061 activities both will start simultaneously. Click on jump. Okay, now you can see that activity C0111, which is sand filling, this activity, and C0121, brick masonry of ground floor walls, can also be started simultaneously by giving a 1 day gap. This 1 day gap is known as lag. Here you can see that a separate column is present for lag. If you want to start two activities at a single time, but you want that successor should start after the 1 day of predecessor. Let me explain it by help of some slides. Lag is actually the delay of the successor from its predecessor. For example, you can see that the predecessor, when predecessor starts, after one day the successor is started. You can see that there is a lag of one day. This gap is known as lag. So we can start two activities simultaneously, but giving a lag of 1 day or 2 day as it needs. If we give this kind of lag which is shown here and is highlighting, it is known as positive lag. For example, this will be entered as +1 or simple 1. So it will give the duration of lag as 1 day. But if we want to give a lag of 1 day just before the predecessor ends, as in this case you can see that before ending the predecessor, 1 day before ending the predecessor, the successor will start. Then we will enter the value of lag as negative. As here it is shown, it's highlighting -1 day. So let's do it. In this case we have C0111, which is the sent filling. Its successor is C0121. So change the relationship to start and the lag of 1 day is given. Either click on enter of either press enter of your keyboard or click on jump. Now let me see that we have saved some days or not. So I am doing scheduling. Yeah, you can see that we have saved many days, about 15 days. So let's carry on. The next activities which can be started simultaneously is C0121 and C0131. These two activities can be started simultaneously. So highlight brick masonry and go to successors. Here you can see that its successor is C0131, which is the porcelain of door and window frames. So change the relationship to start. Remember that it depends on the project manager. It depends on his experience that which activities he start at a single time. It all depends on experience. So press enter. Now another we can start is C0171, rebar fixing of first floor, and C0181. These can be started start to start relationship. These can be started simultaneously. Start to start means these can be started simultaneously. Now another activity is C0191. It's the successor of C0181. So it can also be started after the ending of C0181, but we are going to giving a lag of 2 days, so that there should be after the ending of the activity porcelain of PVC pipe for electric cables. We are giving we can give some kind of lag, for example 1 or 2 days, so that the material arrives. But here I think there is no need of giving lag. You can give it. The next activity is C0201. C0201 concrete pouring of first floor, and C0211 covering of first floor. So concrete pouring of first floor, after 1 day the covering starts. So either finish to finish is also correct relationship, but another way which I want to tell you is to change the relation to start and give the lag of 1 day, because the concrete is poured in 1 day and after 1 day its covering starts. You can also make just the relation as finish to start, no matter, both will work same. Okay, now coming to C0211 activity. Here the successor of C0211, which is the C0221, its first successor is brick masonry of first floor walls. You might have observed that although the covering is in progress, but we do not stop our construction work. So after giving a 1 day delay, we can start the brick masonry of first floor walls. So you can see that we have saved a lot of time. First it was programmed as first we will do covering in 21 days and after 21 days we will start brick masonry. But now we have changed our planning. We planned that we will do covering for 1 day, and after 1 day as well as we will carry on our covering, and brick masonry of first floor walls will also be started. Okay, now coming to C0211. Covering of first floor. Here the activity C0221 has a lag of 1 day, and after that we have C0441, which is the activity of electrical connection installed. So submit electrical connection installed, submit application for electrical connection. It will take 60 days. It will take 60 days between the submission of application and its approval. Similarly, after the submission of application for telephone, it will take 60 days to be approved, and submit application for sui gas connection, it will also take 60 days for approval. Now coming to C0511, installation of marble flooring. The C0511 and C0521, these two activities can be started simultaneously. Now the activity C0521 and C0531, it should have a lag of -32 and change the relation start to start. Now before ending the 32 days of painting, the C0531 activity will start. Now come back to